99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the station. My name is Onyinechi Ekumankama, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the brand new episode of the GX show with yours truly, me and Hawa, one and the same person. So, today's episode, I'm so excited to be hosting my guest this morning. Maybe we'll give a little background into how I know this person and the work that we've done together in the past. But we're talking about art today, specifically art for a cause. We're also streaming live on YouTube, so you want to head over to Nigeria Info FM, be a part of the conversation from there, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment as well. My guest this morning is Ekene Ngige. Ekene is one of the most gifted artists that I know and I've come across. And, before I get into details about, he was once a staff here with us actually, but with the TV arm, that's We TV, Mazoya TV production. Such a talented artist, visual artist, graphic artist. In fact, don't worry, we'll just about that. But first of all, hello, Ekene, how are you?
I'm good.
Ekene, this is the first time you're on my show.
Yeah.
This is your first time on my show.
Yeah, it is.
I'm happy that you're on the show. How are you? How have you been? How's your family, your wife, your beautiful son?
We are good. We are great. God has been awesome.
Yes, he
Very
has. Fantastic. All right, let's get into the conversation. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. And in fact, while you tell us about yourself, let's tell them about the work that we did together back then. Very interesting work. I used to talk to animated characters on television.
Yes, sir.
Courtesy this man's creativity and a team of amazing creatives as well back then at WeTV. It was such an interesting ride. If you go on YouTube, you can actually find Paint and Bake, named after our Paint and Bake store at the Chocolate Royale. You can find some of the interesting, episodes we did for children. Wholesome entertainment. Absolutely love. Remember Professor BB?
Professor B.
Professor BB was a bee, an animated bee. I used to talk to on the show. He used to bring for the day. Wonderful fun. Memories. Yes, it was fun. So please tell us about yourself and what drew you to art. I mentioned that you're an artist.
Well, again, my name is Ekene Ngige. I've been in the art industry for a very long time. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those lucky babies that just came into this world with the talent. Okay, so
you've been drawing since you were in your mother's womb.
I've been drawing in her womb. Like, she couldn't wait to just bring me out. Let me stop drawing on her walls.
I can't imagine.
So yes, I've been drawing since I was little. And let me cut the childhood story short. Okay. So I graduated from Yaba College of Technology. I studied arts there, fine arts, painting to be precise.
Okay.
And since then, I've been practicing on the side, working as an animator, graphic artist, motion graphic artist, and all that.
Wow.
My first solo was at the airport in a coffee shop.
Interesting.
Yes, we used it to launch the coffee shop then, Mutu Coffee.
Nice. Okay.
It was a very nice one. It was a very beautiful one. And then after that I had It's All About Eve in 2016.
Okay.
I'm sure you remember that one.
I was at that exhibition. I was.
Yeah. So this would be the third one. So
wow.
I've been in the art industry for a while. We've had a couple of joint exhibitions, from collaborations to art fair with Impact last Mara. There's so plenty. Like
of course. So it was just a naturally given gift to you.
Yeah,
drawing art.
It was something I always like. Going back to childhood again, I knew that I was going to definitely be an artist, but I was channeling my talents more towards the direction of animation. Then when we watched Voltron, we were inspired and all that kind of stuff, So I knew, yes, definitely, I was going to join the team of people making animations like Voltron and all that.
Yeah.
I think it was till I got to secondary school, Federal Government College Janiki, Lagos, when I used to design banners for inter-house sports. So nice. So then we'll have to paint these banners with poster colors on white fabric.
Oh, then there was no computer to do kini and print.
No. Everything
you did
was
it
handmade.
manually. Beautiful. Wow.
Everything was handmade. So we print the banner, Oduduwa House. I would create Oduduwa holding the snail and all that kind of stuff. Red House of Oduduwa House.
As the OG graphics.
In a week, week before the inter-house sports.
So you leave it to dry well. Nobody must enter after in that period.
Nah, everything was done in the hostel then.
Even more risky, even riskier rather.
Like
such memories.
The senior students would be there to guide, guide the artwork and everything.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So then I knew that man, there's no way that I have to be a painter.
That's beautiful.
And I was in love with the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo's, and Rembrandt. So I knew that I was definitely going to channel my skills towards that, but at the same time I couldn't let go of animation.
Oh, okay. All right. So I want to touch on one of your exhibitions that I've been for. That's the 2016 one. It was so beautiful. Ekene's work is good, forget. And I mean, hopefully you can share his Instagram handle so you can see after now. I remember that collection, that exhibition, because the artworks were made from coffee.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Most of them were made from acrylic then.
Okay, acrylic. So which one is there's a coffee collection?
There was a coffee artwork there, but
okay.
At that time, I had not started. I've not started pushing the coffee arts. I just discovered coffee then, but I'd already made those works with acrylic. So I just discovered coffee. So,
but I remember that some pieces or one piece at least of coffee was. I was just like, how can someone make this from coffee? Like powder coffee was so beautiful.
The baby with a father hand holding and all that.
Beautiful stuff. All right, now let's talk. I mean, we can't go into too much details about this exhibition you have coming up, but one of the things that stood out to me when I heard about it was, the cause that you're supporting the proceeds from this exhibition. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Okay. So in 2016, I supported women living with breast cancer. So it's my thing to always give back to the society with my exhibition. Okay. And this year I knew I was going to do something for children living with disabilities, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure exactly the exact kind of disabilities I was going to be channeling it to until recent. I decided to go with autism.
Is there a reason why?
Yeah, there's a reason why. So,
tell us, please.
I hope they're listening, though. I met this kid, this autistic kid, last year, and last year, not last year, yes. I met him last year, I guess, and I worked with him. I was teaching him a lot about art, animations, and painting and all that, and I got this attachment to the kid, and I realized that children living with autism are very, 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 very intelligent.
Oh, yes.
They're very bright. They have skills, and they just needed that guardian angel to just take them to, to push their dreams forward. So there is this kind of light energy that flows through them that encourages them to keep on marching forward towards their dreams. So I saw this guy's animations. This young man animates with an iPad, and he tells very amazing stories. Like, I see these animations, like, yes, despite the drawings were not there yet, but I could understand the stories, the movement of the characters, and everything was there and all that. And he was self-taught. So it was really inspiring for me, and I was driven to actually work with him. I learned a lot, and after that I was like, every time I see a parent
okay,
that has an autistic child, I really hail them, because they go through a lot. It's not easy. These kids really need they really need our love. They really need a lot from us to help them grow, to help them get to where they want to be. They have a lot inside of them that they want to let out. If you don't like help them nourish the stuff and all that, So after that, Ray, that's his name.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ray.
Ray. Well, things didn't go well with Ian's parents and all that, so we couldn't continue. But all the same, he's always in my heart.
Of course.
And because of him, I was like, nah, I have to do this for autistic kids.
Oh, that's amazing. God bless you. God bless
kids.
you. So the proceeds from this coming exhibition will be used to support autistic
like
children.
I did the last one, there's always a special piece that would be auctioned.
Okay.
And the proceeds from the auction of that piece would go to the foundation.
Nice. Fantastic. All right. That's fantastic. Looking forward to that. Like I said, we won't be able to share information, but we can reach out to you personally to find out how, people can be a part of this exhibition, attend, support, things like that. But I have a question. So, although you said it was quite recently you decided which particular cause you wanted to support, did knowing that, the proceeds for this would go to children with autism, did that influence the work in itself, or is your creative process for this piece completely independent from the cause?
Okay, so I had not completed all the artworks by the time I decided. So this particular one influenced it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this particular piece, they will get to see.
Exactly. Stay tuned to find out. Cannot sell you the whole movie here now. Absolutely. That's so interesting. All right. Thank you so much. So I want to ask, how do you think, or how do you see your art connecting with or reflecting this cause? What are you hoping that, the funds would do for the foundation that you're working with to help the children with autism?
So I'm working with Cradle Lounge.
Okay.
Owned by Shalakbe Azazi. She has been supporting children living with autism. She's been doing a lot. She even educates their parents and other kind of stuff. She gives them a lot of advices and all that. And I think she holds things like workshops and all that kind of stuff for these kids. So she would definitely be needing a lot of funds to run this foundation and all that. So she would know how best she would use to help these kids with the funds. It will definitely help our program, and as long as it's helping the program, it's helping the kids. She channels everything there. So that's what we're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ekene. If you're just tuning, you're listening to the GX show on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Onyinechi Ekumankama, and I have in the studio with me Ekene Ngige, fantastic artist. He's exhibiting his work shortly, but we want to talk more about the art and, the beautiful thing that he's doing with art. It's beyond creating for him. This is not the first time he's deciding to, send a portion of the proceeds to for a cause, and this year he's working with children with autism, which I think is absolutely beautiful and selfless. And so now let's come back to your art in general. So you're doing proper like hand painted art. How long does it take to typically finish one piece? I know it will vary depending on the piece.
It depends on the piece,
but on average,
depends on the concept. So on average is 1 to 2 weeks.
Okay.
I've painted a piece
1 to 2 weeks.
I've painted a piece that actually took me up to 4 months.
What was the piece about, if you don't mind sharing?
That piece,
probably something personal.
No.
Okay.
It was a very what's the word? Controversial piece.
Okay.
They had the faces of top controversial world leaders and all that, like a Last Supper kind of setting with Queen Elizabeth in the middle. I didn't even know she was going to pass so soon, but she was in the middle, like Jesus Christ. And she had Donald Trump on the side, she had Kim Jong-un, she had Benjamin, she had our famous Buhari, she had all of them.
Buhari made it to the photo. Wow.
They were all there on that table.
That long table.
It's not their Last Supper because they're still,
Of course.
So they're on the table and they were having a coffee break. So I titled it the coffee break, which
You and coffee. It's like
you
like coffee.
Yeah. Everything is coffee.
You need to get a coffee endorsement or something.
Amen.
Yes, please. You should.
So the coffee break was simply saying this is a moment where the queen being the eldest, called them together for them to put aside their differences. You know, if all these leaders could be together on the table to have coffee and be friends and hug and kiss, the world would be at peace, because it's their differences that's actually shaking the world up and down. So that's what the coffee break was about.
Interesting. Was Putin on that table?
Definitely.
I foresee. That's what you would have been missing. Oh, that's interesting. I can see how that would have been controversial.
Oh, yes.
Very interesting. So, interesting. So, I'm hearing, so this is like a political interpretation of, your art. I mean, I know you have family style arts. I don't know what the proper terminologies are, but my question is, are you the kind of artist who has one primary focus that guides every art piece you work on, or you could touch on politics this time, you could touch on family, you could touch on societal issues, you could touch on health? What inspires your work?
See, I barely touch politics.
Okay.
That particular piece was just different. I barely touch politics. Most times I'm being inspired by what happens in the society to my fellow humans, to my fellow Nigerians, my fellow
society,
Igbos, my fellow Yorubas, and the rest of them. So when it's all terrorism, kidnap, and all that kind of stuff, I'm being inspired by the lives of those kids that are being kidnapped, what they go through, how they get to survive it, what they turn out to be when they stay in that camp for a very long time, that kind of stuff. I get inspired by my wife putting to bed, seeing her go through the whole pregnancy, journey, labor, and everything. I cut my cap for women. For mothers, it inspires me to paint something that has to do with mother and child. I get inspired by my own childhood story growing up and all that kind of stuff, which is actually part of the story behind This Little Light of Mine, my exhibition.
That's the title of this exhibition.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I get inspired mostly by, how I feel the energy in the society. How I feel the energy, the love around me, hate around me. Everything that happens around me just inspires my artwork.
Beautiful. Absolutely. That's so beautiful. And I love the title, This Little Light of Mine. Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like you should have that song in the background playing, through the gallery. It will be so interesting. But just on a lighter note, as we round off the conversation, I don't know if your son, where do you paint? Do you paint at home, or do you have a studio separate from?
No, I paint. I have my studio in the house.
I wonder, has your son started finding his way into your?
Yeah, he's been finding his way.
I love it.
Canvases,
I know. I was going to say, how do you manage that? Like, you could just come and add his own spin, and then you just see paints where you didn't expect paint to be.
It's not easy at all. But I love it because that's what I want him to do. Actually, despite the fact that despite the fact that I don't like he comes at the wrong time sometimes to just scratch my canvas and pull off the coffee beans from the artwork and all that. I still want him to, because if they don't get to
interact
play
with these things
and destroy them and fix them back.
I mean, you're building an artist is growing in him. His little arts, I
don't mind him being mini me. I don't mind him playing soccer. I don't know where God is going to be directing him towards, but I know that from the moment he was about 2 months, 3 months, he kept staring at my artwork.
Oh wow, 2 months. That's early. Wow.
Kept staring like, how did he do this?
It's like, let me go and show him our skills too. I absolutely love it. Oh, wonderful. That's so beautiful. That must be so interesting. Like, how did you find your way in here? Oh my goodness, that's so interesting. All right, let me ask you finally, where can people check out most of your, because I keep saying your art is beautiful, I'm sure people want to feed their eyes. I wish you could have been showing up some things on YouTube Live, but do you have social media that people could check out and see your work and maybe even get information about this exhibition, This Little Light of Mine, how to attend and be a part of it?
Yeah, definitely. My Instagram page, go there, you find all the necessary infos you need.
Okay. Yeah, you can give us the handle.
Kenny Da Vinci, Kenny Da Vinci with an underscore between Da and Vinci, or just type in Ekene Ngige.
Okay.
You will definitely find me.
And this exhibition is next Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday.
Awesome.
No, next Sunday, rather.
Sorry, next Sunday.
Yeah.
What's next for you artistically after this exhibition? What else are we seeing? Are there any causes you're hoping you can support going forward in the future?
Yeah, definitely.
Are we going to see your work in New York Times Square soon?
That's exactly what I was
Amen.
going to say.
Oh, the spirit is one.
This is, for me, this would be a wrap-up for Nigeria for at the moment.
Okay.
Let me just take it up to international level. Beautiful. And then come back again and all that.
I know him. Yeah. I will bring up receipts. See us on radio together.
That's the idea. That's why I wanted to have a solo now, so that the next one will be maybe somewhere in the UK or US somewhere.
Are you open to collaborations as well?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I'm open to collaborations.
Awesome. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Ekene, for coming and sharing, this beautiful gift that you have with the world. I mean, you should definitely follow Ekene on social media and get the info you need to be at that exhibition. I'm sure you would not regret it. Thank you for coming. My special regards to your wife and son, please. My absolute pleasure. And I see we have some members of Ekene's team in the studio with us. Hello, we greet you. We acknowledge your presence. Thank you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been discussing with Ekene Ngige, an artist, and it's been an amazing interesting conversation. The proceeds from the exhibition this year would be going to a foundation that works with children living with autism. And I mean, such a beautiful story as to how, that decision was made. And we're looking forward to, the impact that this will make on the lives of those children and, the people, their parents, because like you said, it's not easy. And they're really doing a good job. Thank you very much. Do you have any final words you'd like to share? Maybe any young artist who's listening or any artist at all?
Yeah.
Some people feel like Nigeria is not...
young ones. No, Nigeria is getting there.
Yeah.
Nigeria is definitely getting there. Just keep doing what you're doing and be consistent and believe in God. Just have God take control of everything you're doing. It's not by our strength. It's not by our skills. Forget about all those stuff, man. It's God that handles everything. So... that's it. That's
Absolutely.
what's up.
I think drawing is so beautiful. I remember in primary school, my drawing had seasons. Sometimes I could draw, sometimes I couldn't. It was just... I'm just remembering, I think it was...
I'm sure you're one of those students that would give your assignments to one artist like that.
No, I'm a good student. I used to do my homework by myself. Thank you so much for coming, Ekene. This was fun. Hopefully we have you again soon. Thank you, Lagos. Cool. Thank you, my listeners from everywhere. God bless you. Emmanuel Onka is up next with Travel and Culture. You want to stay tuned to find out what the adventure for today is. My name is Onyinechi Ekumankama. Have a beautiful, lovely and blessed Saturday and weekend. God bless you.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.